Gage Hayes, thank you. Thank you for coming to Jamestown, New York from Drury University.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your mom and dad. Give me a little background.
I'm a mom and dad. So my dad actually grew up 2 doors down from the house I live in now.
Mm-hmm.
Grandparents still live there.
That's where?
Lake Winnebago, which is just 45 minutes south of Kansas City. And then my mom grew up in Texas, and they met at UCM, which is University of Central Missouri, which I pitched against the school they met at this year. They're really good, though. They beat us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they met, and what kind of business does your dad do?
Yeah, so he's in the energy business. He's in the he's the one who communicates between the contractors and the engineering firms who build power plants, wind turbines, boilers, stuff like that.
Is he? Does he make stuff, or is he just sort of a connector?
So he's a connector.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a unique job, and so that's a job you at some point like to get into that business.
Yeah, it's something I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandpa started it. My dad runs it now, and then maybe one day me and my brother could fill that role.
What's the specific product line or areas of interest? You mentioned energy, but within that category, what is it?
Yeah, so the engineering firms, there's a couple headquarters in Kansas City. I don't know if they're the headquarters of each one, but I know at least a couple of them are. You got Burns & McDonald, Black & Veatch, Kiewit. So those are like engineering firms, and they have people, contractors come to them and like basically like come up with like plans and stuff, and they bid out the contracts. And my dad's the one who's looking at the contracts to figure out which ones they want to bid on and stuff. And he represents the companies that are trying to sell their parts to the engineering firms. So yeah. Interesting
job.
Yeah, it's something I know a decent amount about it, but something if I ever go into it, hopefully I'll learn a lot more.
So you were born in Lake Winnebago?
Yeah.
And high school there?
Yeah.
Have you always been interested in sports? Was that natural?
So interested in sports. I don't really watch a lot of sports. I play a lot of sports. Maybe that's something I do later on, but I don't really watch a whole lot of sports. I love sports. I like going to sports events, but I won't really catch myself watching it on TV. So it's pretty interesting that I don't really find myself watching a lot of sports.
So growing up in Kansas City, is it Royals, Chiefs?
Yeah, Royals, Chiefs. Yeah. So it was fun. Playoff run in 2015 with the Royals, and then the Chiefs have just been really good the last couple of years.
Well, I think the Royals are going to be in for a playoff run this year, too.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, it's pretty not predictable, but we're there.
So, high school, did you have to decide what sports you'd be interested in, or could you play them all?
So, no, I couldn't play them all. I grew later, so I wasn't, I played football up until sophomore year, played basketball and stuff, but, I mean, I was just a lot better at baseball.
Positional player, or did you pitching?
Yeah, so I played, growing up and stuff, I played a lot of shortstop, a lot of center field, and I always pitched and stuff, and I was good in the field and stuff, but I wasn't the best hitter, so when I got to the college level, I knew that I was going to have to just be a pitcher.
So that was your decision, not a coach's decision?
It actually was. I think my senior year was the first time I ever was officially just a PO, because I was the starting pitcher going into the year and stuff, and they were like, there's not really a point of putting you at third base for you to hit probably 220, and you'd play your position, but you're not good enough at hitting to really be worth to get injured or something. Just rather have you pitch. So since then, I've just been pitching.
Do you long for getting on the bat, get a bat in your hand?
Not really. Not anymore. I like playing the field, but yeah.
Well, we saw you at Chautauqua. For those who are watching this, you can watch the Chautauqua exhibition game of softball.
Yeah.
Gage Hayes in the field and at the bat.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah. So you're in high school, and then ultimately at some point you have to decide where you're going to go next for like college.
Yeah.
What was that process like?
That process was really interesting because um, my sophomore, junior year was kind of COVID and stuff, so there wasn't a whole lot of recruiting. I had several JUCOs reach out, several universities and stuff, but I didn't really know where I wanted to go. So going into my senior year, I was still uncommitted. I had several offers, but I didn't really know where I wanted to go. So I went down to Springfield. I threw in front of the coaches there, which are Scott Nasby and Gage Jacobs, and they liked me. I kind of didn't really reach out to them and stuff. After that, they offered me. I was kind of looking at some other schools in the Midwest area, and a couple weeks into my high school season, I decided that I thought it'd be a good fit. So I went ahead and committed to Drury University in Springfield.
Now, talk about Drury University.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of it. I
Yeah.
don't know where it is, but
Yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah, so it's a small liberal arts school in Springfield, Missouri, which is just 2.5 hours south of Kansas City. I think there's about 5,000 students, undergrad and overgrad. The baseball team is really good. That's one of the reasons why I went. We're Division II, and I think every year we're somewhere around the 25 mark of like around the 25th best Division II school in the country. It's usually where we're ranked. And we're the GLVC.
And so, what other teams would be in your division?
Yeah.
League?
So the ones that made it to the College World Series for Division II in the last couple of years would be University of Indianapolis, University of Maryville, UIS, Quincy. Those are kind of the top runners, and we're up there with them. Mm-hmm.
Stadium-wise, your big stadium, small stadium?
So we just built our new stadium, Meadow Park. Our phase 1 is done, which is just a field. Before this, we were paying rent at US Ballpark, which it seats like 6,000 people. Huge jumbotron, but it wasn't ours, so we couldn't get money in the summer for tournaments, and we were just paying money to be there. So our coach Scott Nasby had been fundraising the last couple of years, and they fundraised enough to get phase 1 done, which was the field, dugouts, concession stands, stuff like that. And phase 2 and 3, phase 2 is going to be stadium and stuff. Right now, the stadium is a little bit older. It probably could seat a couple thousand, but it's nothing special. But once we raise the money and stuff, we're going to have a really nice locker room there, and I think a really nice weight training thing there. Because right now that's on campus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Springfield, now, vis-a-vis Kansas City, that's about 40 miles? Are you about 40 miles to Kansas City?
No, it's about a 2-hour drive.
2 hours?
2.5 hours, so I bet it's 200 miles.
Yeah.
160, something around there.
Yeah. So you're going next year into what year?
Junior year. Yeah. My majors right now, I'm triple majoring. Finance, accounting, economics.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Did you play summer ball last year?
Yeah, I did. I played in a league closer to my home. It went well. I played for the Nevada Griffins.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And what league was that?
The Mink League. Missouri, Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas.
Okay. Was it collegiate league?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the year before that, your freshman year, did you?
That would have been going into my freshman year, and there's like an instructional league in Kansas City called Van Johnson that I played in, which is what usually all the high school kids going to college play in.
Van Johnson was the first president of the American League. Probably didn't know that.
I did not.
Okay. And then here we are in 2024, and you're sitting in Jamestown, New York.
Yeah.
Tell me that odyssey.
Yeah, so Luke Fuller and Cooper Monroe, they played up here last year. Said they had a great time. They really liked the GM, Christian, so I reached out to Christian. And I knew that I had to get an internship this summer because it's part of my major and stuff. So I was reaching out to some different leagues, some different teams, And Luke Fuller actually mentioned that he had an internship up here, so I figured that it'd be easy to get that and then easy to play on the team. So I reached out to Christian. He reached out back, and it all worked out.
Did you reach out directly to? We're in the county of Chautauqua Industrial Development.
Yeah.
Did you reach out directly to them?
Yeah, I did. I think I got Jeanette Labello's email from Luke Fuller, so I reached out to her, and then I reached out to Christian.
And then here you are.
Yeah.
And you've been here for how long?
I got here May 28th, so today's June 22nd, so.
Roughly 2 months.
Yeah, right around 2 months.
And what were the requirements that the school wanted you to accomplish here?
Oh, this summer?
Yeah.
So, coming off my sophomore year, it was kind of just figuring out what my role would be going into my junior year, because this past year I was kind of long relief, a little bit of a closer, just kind of eating up innings for the team. And going into my junior year, like, I can either continue to keep that role or maybe get something that's a little bit more. So just figuring out where I fit in the puzzle at Drury, and that's kind of what I was thinking about this summer, and that was kind of the thought process behind that.
So does the coach enter into this? Do you talk to them and say, here's my thinking, or is this just sort of
Which coach?
at Drury?
At Drury?
Because you're setting yourself up for ball.
Yeah. So, that's been kind of tricky, because it's kind of just been like, we want you to stay in shape, we want you to throw. We don't necessarily want you at, like, it'd be great if you could go play, continue to get better at baseball. And that was kind of the thought process behind it. And I thought that they feel like they have a lot of trust in me, and wherever I go, I'll compete. So, yeah.
Not a lot of specific direction, just
go play baseball.
Makes sense, common sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then did you know much about, other than when you talked to Luke and Cooper, what did they say about this place?
They said they had a great time. They said that it was super relaxed baseball. They said that on the weekends you get great crowds, and one thing that they really mentioned was the $2 beer nights, because I think that a couple opponents got hit with beers as they were coming off the field.
No kidding. Yeah,
so that was something great crowd, especially the buyout nights. Those are really fun nights, because you have anywhere between 2,000 and maybe 3,000 kids, or 3,000 people. I think we had 3,000 people on kids night, and that was a good game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, talk a little bit about your experience. You come in here in May. You got Cooper and Luke blowing in your ear, giving you information. So
yeah.
What was your impression when you got here?
So the best thing about the Jamestown Skunks is that you live at JCCC. Mm-hmm. Some of the other leagues and stuff, which it's fine and the families are great, but you live with host families, so often you kind of feel like a burden. You're kind of doing things around them, and they're usually great people and stuff. But here you're on your own. Everything's on your own time, and you really can make yourself better with the gym, what you eat, stuff like that. So that's something I've really enjoyed while I've been here.
The facilities, aside from JCC, which is a dorm, a dorm. And who have you been staying with, by the way?
Staying with
in the dorm.
Oh yeah, so I came in with 4 roommates. Now we're at 2 because of they signed half contracts. But I'm staying with Steven Scarfone. He's from Clarion University. He's a outfielder, and he hits left-handed. He actually had a home run the other night. I think it went to right center, so it had to be at least 430.
That was a blast.
Yeah, that was a blast. And then Clayton Kaiser, who he's at Drury University also, and then Griffin Snyder, who's at Clarion, and he came as a pitcher, but he two-ways at his college, and all really great kids. We had a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So talk about Scarfone.
Yeah.
Last Saturday was Beat Cancer Night. Pink.
Yeah.
Everybody wore pink, but it was special for him. Did you know the story at all?
Yeah.
Talk about it?
No, I haven't really heard much of the story, but it was awesome that he had a home run that night.
Well, the Post-Journal talked about, I think he lost his mother
Yeah.
to breast cancer. And as would have it, Christian won one of the jerseys and gave it to him, the pink jersey,
Yeah.
to him. And then they hit the home run on top of everything else. And
Yeah.
there's a spectacular photo, if you haven't seen it, we'll show it to you downstairs, at the Post-Journal of him screaming, and just
Yeah.
front page stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that was out of a movie. I mean, he crushed that ball.
Yeah.
And for that situation to happen to him, I mean, it's just awesome.
Did you talk about it afterwards? Did they kind of emotionalize about it? So what's a normal day like? Let's just pretend one's an off day. So you have an off day, and you've had it here yesterday and today. What's for you? What's it?
Yeah. So for me personally, I'm here at the CCIDA trying to get my hours in so I can get my credit hours. But a couple off days I got to do some fun stuff. But like today, like a lot of my teammates went to Pittsburgh for the Pirates game.
Yeah.
So like they're having a great time right now watching the game and stuff. So that I wish I could have gone, but I needed the hours. But they're having a great time. I've been seeing photos all day.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It was afternoon game?
Yeah.
Who they playing?
Yes. I don't know who they played yesterday. I know Mitch Keller was pitching, so they're excited to see him. But that's all I know.
Yeah. But then do you normally get up, work out? I mean, what's?
Yeah. So depending on what time I go to work and stuff, I'll either work out in the morning or after, and then also depends on what day my start day is. So it just depends.
So so that, and then you have a game day, and it's normally a away game. You'll come in here in the morning, but
yeah.
Is there a workout before you get on the bus, or do you?
I mean, it's all on your own. Everything here is gonna be on your own.
Is that right? Is that for everybody?
Yeah. So there's no team workout. There's no team practices really once the season starts. It's gonna be for me. I'll come into work around 8:30 on it when we travel and stuff. Maybe 8 o'clock, and then leave around 12 to either go lift or I'll lift before. Because the bus will usually leave around 1:30 or 2.
And then when you get there, that's when you batting practice and all that.
Yeah, batting practice, pre-game, just get ready for the game.
Yeah. So before that, no additional stuff at the park.
No.
That's okay. And if you have a home game, is there something in the workout, or is it just everybody shows up at the appointed hour, like 4 o'clock, and
For what?
a home game?
Oh, home game? I mean, there's still going to be no team lifts, but I can work a little bit later. I can work out a little bit later. I'm sure all my teammates do the same thing because you don't report until like 3 o'clock.
Okay. And then is there infield practice? I mean, is there a routine to that?
Yeah. So like batting practice and stuff, in between rounds and stuff, people are getting fly balls in, ground balls in, and then obviously people are hitting. And then pitcher shag.
After the game, you normally get done. Game's over 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, 9:30. Whatever the team provides us food-wise, eat that. Either get on the bus or head back to the dorms, and then I'm usually up to go to work.
Do many guys go out and then get the scene, set the scene?
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Bemis Point, which is about 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
That seems to be the place people go.
Tourism destination.
Yeah.
So, what if you had to kind of think about your own facilities here? Now, we've talked about the dorms, but what about the weight rooms, using the JCC facilities?
Yeah.
The field itself, the stadium. You get an impression about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's really nice. One of the good things about the Tarp Skunks is like it's only in the summer, so there's going to be no indoor hitting cages or stuff like that, but you just don't need it. So the membership at JCC fitness area, I mean, it's not going to be like the state-of-the-art fitness room, but it's way more than you need. So go in there, lift and stuff, and then the baseball locker room. I mean, the field at JCCC, I mean, there's no field in this league close to as nice as that. I mean, it's probably up there with some minor league parks. I mean, it was a minor league park, so it's really nice to play at.
So within the division you've seen, you have a comparative analysis. I mean, you can judge pretty much the other 6 fields.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, our field's just way better. I think it maybe our budget is higher when it comes to that part of the game, but our field's second to none.
Yeah. So the first time somebody comes up and asks you for an autograph, what'd you think?
I mean, I think it's pretty cool and stuff. I'm surprised they want it, but it's cool to sign it.
Well, I applaud the players. I don't know if you guys talk about it all, but you're rock stars.
Yeah.
To the kids,
yeah.
You're rock stars.
Yeah, it is really cool to sign stuff for some of the younger kids, and to I think it's really cool when like a player, I don't have this opportunity, but like, somebody breaks their bat or like a batting glove rips and stuff. They'll just kind of toss it to the crowd and stuff, to the closest kid, and you can really see how excited they are.
It's hard to run out. It's hard between innings, right, to walk out that runway to the locker room.
Oh yeah, after the game and stuff. I mean, you might spend 4 or 5 minutes just getting by the fans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, it's appreciated because that's the kind of stuff they talk about.
Yeah.
So, if you had to give a message to somebody who might consider thinking about Jamestown and the Jamestown Tarp Skunks next year, what might you tell them?
Yeah. I think it's a great opportunity to come and play here, especially if you're in the same situation I'm in, because I needed the credit hours for the internship to satisfy my majors and stuff. So working at the CCIDA has been a really great opportunity for me, because I can play summer ball and I can get the school credits I need. But also, like, if you don't need that and you just want to come play baseball, I mean, it's competitive baseball. I mean, you're going to see a lot of Power 5 players. You're going to see a lot of mid-major guys, and then a decent amount of D2 baseball here on the teams.
Has there been, this may be unfair, but
yeah,
you've gone through our Western Division. Are there a player or two that you've sat on a bench and said, wow, there's a prospect?
I mean, Bobby on our team is one of those guys.
Yeah.
I don't really do a good job about paying attention.
Bobby Stang, by the way.
Yeah, Bobby Stang. I don't really do a whole lot of paying attention when it comes to the other teams and their players and stuff. There's a couple players in my head who've really given me fits when it comes to pitching against them, and I don't know their names. There's a lefty on Batavia who I can't get out, but there's a couple guys. I don't know their names, but on our own team, I mean, there's a lot of really good players on our team. I think we're a couple wins away and a couple pieces to maybe have a shot at making a run in the playoffs, but we're just watching things pan out right now.
What's next for you?
What's next for me?
Crystal ball. You have a crystal ball. What's next?
Yeah. Right now, let's just go back to jury, see how good I can play this fall, and then we open up at Hawaii next year.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, that's what's kind of next for me. I'm really excited to do that. So right now, that's it. But yeah.
And you'll graduate in 2 years?
Yeah, 2026.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't redshirt. I haven't been injured yet, thankfully. So right now, I only have 2 more years of eligibility left.
Would you like to play ball next year? Summer ball?
Summer ball next year? Yeah, I think I will. Right now, I think I will, but we'll see. If there's some companies I want to look at and stuff for after college, or if I want an internship for my dad, I might do that. But there's a couple leagues who I was supposed to go to this year, but with the internship, it was better off coming here. But some really competitive leagues I'm looking at, which would be the Northwoods and then the Alaskan League.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it's exciting. Well, we're just so thrilled. You've added value not only to the team, but to the folks here at the IDA. So we thank you for your special efforts.
Yeah, it's been a great summer.